Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Good morning. Today I would like to talk about some thoughts I had last night. As far as religion goes, there's this idea amongst various religions, amongst various sects of religions, and various theologies, that at some point a messianic figure is going to show up. And it's almost like what they're looking for is this messianic figure to declare a winner. All right. You look at all these different religions, and they believe that this Messiah is going to show up, declare them the true religion, and then everybody becomes part of that religion. And that isn't what is going to happen. When everyone figures out how to connect to God without religion, then religion will have served its purpose. Every religion was inspired for a reason. People learn in different ways. People gather for different reasons. People organize themselves for different purposes. And that makes each religion important. So instead of fighting over who has the correct religion, we need to just see what the purpose is of religion, and then begin to try to connect more closely with God. I don't want to say without it, but that is the ultimate goal, is to be able to connect with God without an intermediary, without a prophet, without a preacher, without a group or organization, without anybody else's influence between you and God. I know I've already talked about this before, that your relationship with God is unique and singular. Religion serves the purpose of bringing us to a place where we can communicate with the spirit world. Now, there's all kinds of different theologies out there. There's all kinds of different ways people use to connect to spirit. But those are tools that we use to learn how to communicate. At some point, you'll learn how to connect to your higher self, and through your higher self, God. Your higher self isn't an intermediary, because your higher self is you. And so, instead of thinking about religion as a competition, winner takes all, let's think about God. God is the winner. God takes all. There is no reason for us to be competing with each other over God. There is enough of God to go around. Now, something that I was thinking about is in regard to the Torah. In Judaism, there is they have their mitzvot, where they do mitzvahs in order to keep the commandments. Doing the mitzvahs is the commandments, but they've got a certain number of commandments that they try to do. and they want to keep all the commandments. And I think that that's a noble thing to do. But I think you can go nuts on your commandments. I think that if your desire is to choose light over darkness and you pursue God, that you will find a way, or actually God will find a way to talk to you, with or without commandments. Now, one of the things that they have a mitzvah for is the Torah scroll. You copy a portion of the Torah scroll, and then once you've done this work and you have in your mind done a perfect job, then you have it inspected by people who are authorized and specially trained in order to inspect the Torah scroll. If they find even a single molecule of ink outside the letters, then it's void. It's no longer acceptable. It has to be perfect. Every letter has to be perfect. Every space has to be perfect. Now, here's the thing I was thinking about that I think is cool. The ink represents something, and the scroll itself represents something else. So it's not just the letters and the words that get formed that make a Torah scroll a Torah scroll. It is the perfection of the scroll. It is the perfection of the writing. It is the perfection of the right letters in the right place. And the Torah does not represent God. The Torah represents man's understanding of God. And there's a big difference there. The Torah is not God's understanding of man. It's not God's understanding of himself. It's not God's understanding of heaven and earth and all of creation. It's man's understanding of those things. And so man writes the letters. Man is in darkness. So you have that black ink there on that pristine white paper. And there are stories. There are lessons. The white paper does represent everything God knows. And then you take and you write down what man knows on it. And then notice everything that's between the letters. You look at that pure white paper, and that represents God in his purity and his infinite knowledge and understanding. You take that blank paper before you've even written on it, and you think, God could write anything. And it shows the infinite nature of God, the purity of God, the knowledge of God. And I just think that that's a beautiful analogy, that as a person were to copy the Torah, and they were to go through the painstaking effort of making that perfect copy, they are, in a way, making themselves a partner with God in the pursuit of knowledge and understanding and truth and light. But remember, without the light and the darkness, you wouldn't actually have the Torah. Just something to think about. Thank you for watching my video. I love you all. Have a very blessed day.